The wastewater treatment facility of the Simmons Food Plant in Southwest City, Missouri, has received accolades for its environmental performance. The award-winning treatment facility achieves extremely stringent permit requirements prior to discharging treated effluent into the environment, requirements far beyond those of most municipal facilities. Regardless of these achievements, the facility's primary issue was one of reduced treatment capacity during periods of cold weather, potentially constraining the treatment process during winter months. Additionally, increased production goals, in combination with space constraints, were such that Simmons needed to increase the capacity of the wastewater treatment facility without increasing its footprint.
Most of the wastewater facilities in the world, especially here in the United States, utilize bacteria to do most of the work. We have taken the technology then and applied it from just oxygenating water to also providing oxygen for biological activity. We try to make sure those bacteria are happy and comfortable and able to do the work in a very efficient manner.
One of the biggest advantages of having the SDOC system was wintertime use. For a lot of aerated lagoons, cold temperatures don't help your bugs in your biological system. And the SDOC system allowed us to add oxygen without compromising the temperature.
Initially, Simmons was growing. They were getting larger in processing, larger in their animal nutrition, which meant an increase of product, increase of loadings. Traditional air systems weren't quite sufficient, and they needed to think out of the box to meet their permits.
What impressed me is how easy the technology is, the very low level of mechanical maintenance.
When people are considering options for aeration/oxygenation, considering an SDOX is very appropriate if you are limited in space, if you have higher than normal loading, if you have shallower than normal basins, or if you just need to increase the level of treatment. We can provide all of those services in the same infrastructure that you currently exist.
Simmons was interested in hearing about the SDOX technology because we had initial plans of expansion but limited space. The SDOX system improved our aeration process tremendously. When it came to expansion, it helped us provide more oxygen into our lagoons without compromising too much space. The data showed a ton of improvement with springtime treatment as well as wintertime.
We'll run approximately 150 tests a day on various parameters. This would be our primary SAF influent, and it's a combined mixture of what the processing is producing and what feed ingredients is producing. And it will have a COD ranging from 7 to 10,000 depending on time of the week. Phosphorus would be 45 to 50 would be fairly common. As it goes through the processes and as it comes out to the end and heads to the creek, we end up with 99% removal on COD and phosphorus, which is very good for the creek.
The SDOC system has tremendously helped with water quality because we're able to add a direct source of oxygen into the water. This water is discharged into the environment as well as reuse. We're able to reuse over 250,000 gallons per day back into our facilities.
The expectation from both Blue and Green and Simmons was that we would allow them to increase their loading to the facility and still achieve a higher level of treatment. The Simmons operations staff was gracious enough to share with us a great deal of operating data. We were able to determine that the existing treatment basin was able to treat 30% more waste after installation of our system. At the same time, through that specific basin, they were able to remove approximately 100% more ammonia and approximately 100% more COD.
Things that we had to do to make it work before. We had to adjust our process for our aeration ability, where after Blue and Green, we could adjust our aeration to our process. It's been wonderful.